cameras. Let's go live, go live. We should be going live. It's just going to take a few seconds for us to see here. It's connecting to live video to make sure we're live. Start my test backup phone. Yesterday, Eric tried to do this for me. But let's see, are we live? If anybody can see us yet, it appears that we're live. How do I connect it to his earpiece so I can't hear the audio? Okay, so we should be live coming from our kitchen. There we go. Let me make sure both angles work. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just seeing if, hey, I see some people popping on. Hello, hello. Can you let me know, can you hear the audio? Can you hear us all right?
Carey, it's coming through on my Bluetooth.
I know that, which is the problem. So can you hear us on both sides?
Yeah, I don't know what side.
Can you hear right now?
Yeah.
Our producer in the editing room.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me? And then hold on, can you hear me now? Can you hear me still? Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Here's your phone, producer, if you would like it. So hi, everybody. Welcome to Cooking with Carey.
Okay.
You can't hear me?
Nope.
Hold on. We want to make sure that you can hear us all.
I can't hear anything now.
You can't hear us at all? Hold on.
But it should be coming through on the phone. It flipped off.
So you can't hear me at all right now?
No.
Hold on. Let me see. Can you hear me now?
No. Make sure my Bluetooth is even on. It's either coming through the phone or coming
Eric, I don't know how to make sure your Bluetooth or anything. Your phone? Your producer. It's not Eric, it's
I'm in there
producer.
trying to put a contract together and all I hear is you out here.
So I'm just trying to see if you can hear me live. I can't see.
It's not even on your page. Here, how do you turn this on to get you?
We are really a technological bunch, aren't we? Okay, hold on.
I heard you before.
Can you hear me now? Hold on.
No, I can't hear anything. This is not even set for you.
It's right there.
All right.
I'm in the lower corner that says live. Oh, technology. Hold on. I know it's, I'm just trying to pull it up to see.
Yes, I can hear you the whole time. It's on there now.
Perfect. You can hear me now?
It wasn't linked.
Can you hear me now? Right now, I'm in your ear?
There's a delay.
And then right now, am I in your ear? I think we're good. Perfect.
Perfect.
Welcome back. Welcome to my kitchen.
Thank you. It's happy to be here.
Thank you, producer man. You can't hear me?
You said you can you hear me now so many times that I don't know which time it says it's too late.
Well, hopefully we have audio. We are here today. This is my great friend Beth Collette. I've been saying her name wrong for many years now, who is a parent coach, an amazing parent coach at that. And I had let you know I had committed to making Thanksgiving a breeze this year for you, which, by the way, it's 9 days away. Just 9 days away for Thanksgiving. We good? Can you still hear us?
There's about a 45-second delay.
Oh, okay.
Just keep on. I can hear you.
So I've totally committed to making Thanksgiving as easily as possible for you this year. And Beth, even though she's an amazing parent coach, is totally stepping up because she is going to teach us gravy, which I know for so many can be a total nightmare. I know in my house, actually, let me turn this on really quick, gravy could take us hours to make because we were waiting for like all the pan drippings. We would have multiple people trying them. So I'm so glad you're bringing this recipe today.
And it would fail most of the time. It was either too thin or too lumpy. I remember that from my childhood. But yes, I found this recipe that's super, super easy, super healthy.
Yes.
and easy, and it goes together in like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or so.
Do you hear that? 15, 20 minutes for gravy. If my grandma is watching, can you believe it? 15, 20 minutes for gravy? So what we're gonna do, yesterday I taught you easy cauliflower mashed potatoes that Beth just got to try a little. And what did you think?
Delicious.
Right?
Amazing. Like cheesy mashed potatoes.
Right?
But not.
I know, and you don't even have to boil water. That is how easy these potatoes are. And really quick shout out too, Beth and I are doing a Secret Sister, is that what it's called?
Secret
Little
Sister.
holiday gift exchange. So somebody awesome sent me the shirt. Thank you, whoever this is. If you're watching, let me know so I can appropriately thank you. But I love it. I love purple, and I love this message. In general, I feel like we should say keep calm, because it's 2020. But keep calm, plants have protein. We are all good. So let's start this amazing gravy, which at home you won't have to use this massive of a skillet, but just so we can actually show you, I don't have a great angle over here on my stove. So I would say let's get this party started. And I think, what is the first one we got to start with?
Whisk water, soy sauce.
Okay, so that was one thing we were going to talk about. So if you, do we want to use the tamari or do you want to use the aminos? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Here's a tablespoon too.
You choose.
Let's use the tamari.
Okay.
So what I wanted to have you out, well, Beth is measuring out the tamari and the water. Get this down a little. I can feel the heat. Like it's giving me a heat facial. So I wanted to show you, Beth is using tamari, which is a gluten-free soy sauce, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where do you get that?
Publix.
Just at Publix?
Publix, Whole Foods, Ada's, anywhere. Mm-hmm.
I think the only place I haven't been able to see it is like Aldi's.
Oh, see, I haven't been there in a while, so I'm not sure.
Okay, but an alternative, I always keep this liquid aminos. I would say the flavor's pretty similar. Once again, this is just a unprocessed soy sauce. That's what liquid aminos or gluten-free tamari is. But just because I happen to have a low-sodium soy sauce, what I just wanted to tell you the difference is, when you use a soy sauce, normally they add things like wheat, lactic acid, sodium benzenate. Now, if you have it, don't just throw it out, use it. But then a better option, if you could get the liquid aminos or the tamari, that would just be an easier or a more healthy option.
Choice.
Yeah, and I actually think tamari and liquid aminos has such amazing flavor.
A better flavor.
Yeah.
And it doesn't taste so as salty, I think.
I agree. Oh, and here's your whisk for you too. So what else did you add? We had the water, the tamari, and then what was that?
Nutritional yeast.
Perfect. So for those of you new out there, nutritional yeast in the world of plant-powered cooking, this is like Parmesan cheese. It's going to give you that nutty, kind of cheesy flavor, but in this case, we want like the depth, and I think that's going to give it to us for our gravy. I mean, can you, how fast this thing comes to a boil?
I know.
And while Beth is putting in, I think what we're doing, some onion powder.
And garlic. Onion, garlic, and ginger powder.
So, and then I'm going to show you, we already prepped these mushrooms. This is just a container of button mushrooms. Can you use portobello?
You can use whatever mushrooms you like.
Perfect. So all we're gonna do is just slice these. Beth she already wiped off the excess dirt. Slice them. We both, I noticed this, love to slice them even using the stems. I mean, why not? Some mushrooms, like a shiitake, you can't really use the stem. They're a little harder, but these are perfect. So what, do we add the mushrooms now, or do we still wait a few minutes?
Bring to a soft boil, which we're good. Add mushrooms, sprinkling them generously with Italian seasoning.
Ooh, okay, so we're gonna add the mushrooms. This was just one package that we had sliced up. We'll get some of our Italian seasoning. So I read in the recipe, it said several shakes, about at least 10. If we were to measure this out in the recipe, you're going to notice that it calls for, I think, a quarter teaspoon. But once you just taste it as you go, so you can see if that's the appropriate amount.
I think I put a little extra in.
A
little extra flavor.
That's okay. It smells. It smells already like the holidays. And if you want this full recipe, which we already have right here, either follow along with this video, or I'll be posting them in the Plant Powered Hallway. It's the private Facebook group, so make sure to join, or you can even get it at CareyRalston.com. So when it comes to parent coaching, how did you get into that?
Well, I have an 8-year-old son and I have 19-year-old stepkids, and I feel like I didn't have the tools when my stepkids were younger. And I feel like things just didn't go the way I had hoped they would go, as smoothly and as gracefully and as peacefully as I would have liked it to go.
Yeah.
So the second time around, and I was always on my radar. That's kind of how I just wanted to raise my son when I got pregnant. You know, I just feel like it's very important to be healthy in all aspects of your life.
Yeah.
You know, it's from the way you eat to the way you raise your child, you know, at all aspects of it. So I honestly can't remember, because the organization that I actually got certified through, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute.
Yeah. It is boiling and smells heavenly.
Smells delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, so they were on my radar for a while, and after about 2 years of kind of staring at that ads that popped up on my Facebook page, I just finally jumped off and said, I'm going to do this, you know.
Yeah.
We needed help, because what parent doesn't have troubles? We all do. And so
Yeah.
I thought, why not to be try to do the best that we can for our child.
Why not? And so if people are having those like similar feelings and wanting to know, like wanting some advice from you, because I know you're such an expert in this field, how do they get a hold of you? What's the best way?
I've got a Facebook page. I've got a website. It's the name of my business is The Conscious Mom.
Perfect. And The Conscious Mom. I'll post that in the comments too, and then of course, even put in the comments and we'll make sure that they get your website and contact. But it's theconsciousmom.com?
Consciousmom.com, conscious-mom.com. And then on Instagram, I'm theconsciousmom.beth.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I think too, am I supposed to be mixing the,
Yes.
So this is just almond milk that we use, but I bet you could use like any plant milk.
You can use any plant milk you
Yeah.
want. Yeah, whatever you have on hand is what I've always used.
So we're gonna
Okay.
take the almond milk and some cornstarch. Now cornstarch, if you didn't have this, you could also probably just use some all-purpose flour, I would imagine. You could probably even use some ground flaxseed, because that would add as a thickener. But whenever you're using cornstarch, you never want to add it directly into a hot pan. You always want to mix it like we're doing here, because this is going to reduce the clumps. Because nobody wants clumpy gravy.
No.
So this comes together pretty quickly. And then this is an option you have, but I think it's a smart one. Add a little bit of nutmeg. So nutmeg, can you see this? Just a little, right there, there you go. It comes in a jar. It smells like the holidays, and anything creamy, whether you're making a gravy, like an Alfredo sauce, creamed spinach, if you add just a little nutmeg, just a few grates here, it's just gonna make your sauce sing. It's going to have everybody being like, what is that? It's a great flavor. It just smells so delicious. So we're gonna add that a little bit to our cream mixture. Stir that up, and then I think those look pretty softened, right?
Mm-hmm. I think they look good.
So do you think you're ready for this mixture?
Mm-hmm. Well, that was actually supposed to have a tablespoon of nutritional
Oh,
yeast in there,
I forgot.
but I added both tablespoons in the beginning, so it's all in there. I think we're good.
Perfect. Thank you for, since everybody who has ever worked with me or followed me knows I'm not the best at following recipes.
Well, clearly I'm not either, because I just dumped it in there.
So if that happens to you, no problem. Just add it in. And what we're probably going to want to do here is let the cornstarch go to work, which is kind of going to be our thickener. It's going to allow it to all come together. And one thing that I noticed when Beth shared this recipe with me was there's no butter. There's no oil. There's not all of those super heavy. Oh, turn it way down?
Yeah, because it's getting a little bit too,
Okay.
it's
Weird. We are down.
Weird down.
But it doesn't have all that extra oils and fats. And not that those are sometimes okay during the holidays, but it seems like every dish during the holidays always is loaded with like butters and creams. And if you guys can see this, I mean, that looks, maybe we should give it a quick taste, just
I
a
think
taste for
so.
seasoning. Here you go.
Thank you.
And don't worry, we're going to get you a close-up on this. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I think I would add is just a little pepper,
Mm-hmm.
but that's me.
Yep.
A little bit.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll just do a little pinch pepper. I think pepper and, I mean, that is,
Do you think it has enough salt? Is it salty enough?
I think it has enough salt.
I think so too.
That's,
And
so
we didn't add salt.
we just had the tamari.
Yeah.
So let me get you, really quick, a close-up. I'll get the dirty bills out of here. But more importantly, don't worry, we are gonna plate this up. Do you see how luscious, creamy, right? And if you have somebody in your family that doesn't love mushrooms, I would recommend either chopping them up so then they don't even know they're there, or you could probably just skip the mushrooms altogether and just make the gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and once you have this, if you like to have a little even dried sage, you could add that in there, or a little rosemary, but I'm telling you, this tastes just like the holidays. And that came together like beyond fast. So let's, you have to try some potatoes.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yes, yes, and yes. So yesterday, if you remember, we made these amazing cauliflower mashed potatoes. The full recipe, once again, Plant Powered Hallway, the Facebook group, or just go back and watch the video. These are amazing, and I did not even boil a pot of water to make these. So easy. So I have to plate, let's do a bowl. Now, if this was Thanksgiving, we probably wouldn't use this little bowl, but just to give you guys an idea, one bowl, and then if you want to scoop us with some gravy. And remember, anything, I mentioned this in yesterday's video, anybody, I have so many fun things to give away, from cookbooks to Plant Powered Hallway memberships to awesome t-shirts like the one I'm wearing. Put some gravy on that one. Oh my goodness. So anybody that shares this and just puts I shared in the comments, you are going to qualify, oh my goodness, to win those prizes. But do you see this? It is glistening. It looks like we added pounds and pounds of butter.
It does.
And we
That's
didn't.
amazing.
And you guys watched us live. This came together in minutes.
Yeah, not even 15 minutes. It was about 5.
not right? No, I will say, because we use this big skillet, this is a powerful skillet that I believe when I mean, it holds so much food. But if yours at home, I would do this over probably medium-high heat. But without further ado, we have got to try this. Oh, did I give you a fork?
Yes.
Rude, yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
We've got to try this. This looks so good. Yes.
Isn't that good?
Yes. Yes, yes.
This cauliflower mash. Mm-hmm.
Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Oh my gosh. I have the goosebumps. It's so good. This totally has put me in the holiday spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 things. I hope, like, if you are needing or just even curious about parent coaching and like how, because I know you definitely believe parent coaching and nutrition go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments, or of course you can find her at, what was your website again?
Theconsciousmom.com.
There's a dash though, right?
Theconscious-mom.com.
Yes.
And Facebook, The Conscious Mom, and Instagram, consciousmom.bet.
Awesome. And for this recipe, once again, it's going to be in the hallway, or you can find it at CareyRalston.com. But this is so delicious. I'm committed to helping you get all the stress and the mess out of Thanksgiving this year. We've already had enough stress this year. We have, right?
We have.
So these potatoes came together with not even boiling water, and you saw how fast this gravy came together. It's already 9 days away from Thanksgiving. We are here to help you. Let me know what questions you guys have in the comments, and don't forget to share. The day before Thanksgiving, I'm going to be giving away all kinds of prizes. And with that being said, you have to make this gravy. It's so delicious. I do actually recommend at least doubling or tripling it, because you're going to want to put it on everything. It's so good. And look at how it's just staying together. With that being said, lots of love, my friends. Thank you, Beth, for coming into my kitchen.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, producer man Eric, for testing our audio. Lots of love, my friends. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. So we're going to end the recording.